I don't care how you lay it out, you say it, but this is movies that should have never had a part two, or had a part two, but should have had some way better acting, and it was just ran on just way too far. At number one, I got Coming to America 2. One was always the GOAT and always be the GOAT, but two, they did too much. They added too many people, and it was just an add-on. Eddie Murphy's son did not even look like Eddie Murphy. And they just added too many just different characters. And the acting in this was mediocre. I just felt like they should have just kept the original characters, found somebody else better to be Eddie Murphy's son, like his actual son or something like that. And I just felt like they could have did better. It was not given. And that's why this is my number one. At number two, How High. I'm starting to say anything that young DC Young Fly's in, he can't act. Stick to the singing and stick to wilding out and roasting. That's about it. But, how long can you do little things and still make it? All I'm saying is, this is one of the movies that should have never just been a number two. It just could have just stayed at number one. And I believe they took too long to make a number two. I felt the same way about that, what I said, Coming to America too. But DC Young Fly need to give up his acting career, or he need to get an acting coach, in my opinion. Another movie that DC Young Fly was trashing, and it was also too a horrible movie, was House Party. They should have kept it as the ones with the Marcus Houston in it and left it at that. Trying to recreate it newer and better, and they do not make a newer, better idea. DC Young Fly as Martin Lawrence was not a good choice. And DC Young Fly just, once again, he can't act. He doesn't bring it, and he doesn't bring the funny in the movie. He just brings the dumb. The dumb and the dumb in the movie. Right here, I got the hookup too. Man, first of all, they took forever to make part two. I Got the Hookup came way back out in the 90s. It was a good movie. It was funny when it was just his dad. When they put Romeo in it, and the part two didn't make sense to the part one. It didn't make sense at all. And this was also a lot of extra people and extra things going on. Just like Coming to America too. They could have did way better if they was going to waste some money. And Mama Foot. This was good for a Maverick movie or a Tubi movie. It was actually kind of funny. But this is one of the movies I just picked because I felt like it shouldn't have never even been a movie. It was so bootleg. It should have just stayed with the bootleg. But it made it on some type of platform. It made it on Maverick and Tubi. Hey, I guess that's one for the brown folks. All I'm saying is these are the movies that should have never been made or never had a part two. Or if they deserved to have a part two, it should have came out sooner. Comment below on how you feel. And if you would like to see a part two of other movies that I should put, or I should have put, comment below that I should have put in this one. But for part two, let me know if you agree or disagree on my opinions. Peace.